Hello, good morning. Today is Sunday, August 24. It is currently 7:10 in the morning, and we are in. Actually, I have no idea where we're at. Where are we at?
We are still in Illinois, but we're like literally at the entrance of Illinois.
Yeah.
So we still haven't made it like close to Chicago, but I'm assuming in like 2 hours we should be because it's not that much of a distance.
So last night we were kind of feeling it, Mr. Krabs, and so Sandy decided to get a Holiday Inn, and we ended up staying here for the day and the night. And so right now we are leaving. We packed everything once again, and we are on our way. According to the GPS, it's gonna take like about 8 hours or 9 hours to get to Detroit, to our final destination, but we don't know.
There is that time difference too that messes us up.
We don't really know what the time frame is going to be looking like, but it seems to be going a-okay. We ended up ordering Chipotle last night. We ate the Chipotle, and I ended up doing some minute work. I needed to transfer all the videos from this camera as of right now all the way to, I think I had from like July 6th all the way to today on my camera. So in order for me to update today's video that I'm uploading for today, basically, I needed to transfer all those files, and I did that. I ended up doing some mathematical things for the trip to Japan because I was the one who mainly paid for everything in Japan whenever we would go out to eat. So I sent them the bill, and they know what they got to do, and they out here hurting. They were hurting, but it's okay. They knew what was gonna happen. So update. It is currently, where's my phone? It is currently 8:17 in the morning. I think we now entered Illinois. I'm not sure at this point, but we found this coffee shop called Jeremiah's Coffee, and so we decided to make a pit stop prior to us leaving. And my microphone is not connected, so this is wonderful. And so we are walking in right now, and it is right next to a Jimmy John's. Also, they have Spirit Halloween. You can't really see it, but let me see if I can zoom in. That's crazy. Spirit Halloween. And so this is a vibe that's vibing right now. People love coffee. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so we finally came back from the Jeremiah Coffee. It says, "Love people, love coffee." I don't know about all that.
Oh, actually, well, it makes sense because once you take your first cup of coffee, you're like, hey, talk to me before that. Don't put it. Don't put it.
And so now we're on our way back. Oh hell! We're on our way back to the main road, and hopefully we're about to make a pit stop though. Well, kind of sort of in an hour, but we needed a picker-upper.
I'm a little disappointed in mine because it looks like it got watered down, but maybe it's just me, and a lot of the ice is keeping the coffee down here. Because you know when you put ice in something, it like divides it.
Well, I got a red eye, and if you don't know what a red eye is, it is a cold brew with shots of espresso. Then I asked for a splash of milk, and I asked for simple syrup, and that is it. That is my coffee of choice.
In some coffee shops, like, not even some, it's just there was a coffee shop I went to that called it a hammerhead.
Right now I kind of felt
judged
because I was like, "Oh, do you have a red eye?" And then
like, what?
They just looked at me like if I was speaking French.
It's because people don't know it. That's the name in different places. They name it a different name.
And so I felt like that one inconvenient customer that just came in and started to make their own creation or whatever.
He needs to know
and so
what to order.
whatever, I guess at that
Expect
point.
people to call it
So I'm like laughing, but I don't know how to go about this. So there's been this ongoing trend throughout the whole time that I've been having my YouTube career, quote unquote. And I think at this point in my life, I am 13 videos in with this one I'm about to edit. And there's always this whole thing that I've been realizing little by little. And sometimes I mention it in my blog where I'm like, oh, the mic isn't connected, or I feel like it's not connected, or not connected. I don't think the mic is connected. And so I stopped editing and I looked into the settings and I deep dove onto everything, and something tells me that the mic is not connected, and it's never been connected. And I just been wearing this facade of a stupid microphone throughout this whole time, and I think I finally connected it. So we're not going to talk about it. So, update. It is currently 2:38 p.m. here in... I have no idea where are we at? I never know where we're at. Anyhow, so with that being said, though, there's been a roller coaster of events throughout this whole time that I haven't vlogged. First and foremost, I come to find out that the corresponding address that I was thinking that my house was at, it is not that one, and it's something else. It was both my fault and it was my landlord's fault. It was my fault because I didn't see the leasing contract on there. It said the correct address, and it was her fault because she didn't notify me or tell me about it. I just assumed it was the same address that was located on the Zillow account, and so I just assumed that. So I had set up the gas and electric, or whatever you want to call it, the water, gas and electric, on that account, and it turns out that it wasn't on that account. And on top of that, I don't know. And then on top of that, I come to find out that I was trying to set up the internet provider for my house, and it's on through Xfinity, and I contacted them, and lo and behold, apparently my location or my address wasn't in their system, so they had to put it in the system, and they were like, oh, it can take up to 2 to 3 days. So I was like, damn. And then it turns out that I got an email saying like, oh no, you're good, like we put it on the system already. And so I went to go try to set up everything, and lo and behold, there was some minor things here and there. And it turns out that I was like, oh, let me just call somebody, or like one of the employees, because I want them to help me out, and it'll be a lot easier instead of me doing it online. And so I called, and it was like a confusion roller coaster. Honestly speaking, the guy kind of seemed like he was trying to get something out of it, like I don't know, like upsell me or something, which is understandable, but at the same time I already know what I want and I already know what I'm trying to get. So the fact that he was trying to do that was kind of annoying. And so at some point in the contract of whatever the internet service, it said that like I didn't have to pay for anything. There's nothing due at charge. It was like a $50 a month type of thing. And then when he was doing it on his end, he was charging me like $25. And I'm like, what is this $25? And I know that like $25 is not a lot, but going from $0 to $25 is like what? And so I don't know what happened, but the call got dropped, or he hung up on me, or I don't know. And it got to the point where I was just like, okay, well, let me call again. And long story short, I talked to somebody else, and then they told me like, oh, that $25 is going to be applicable to your next bill. And so instead of $50, you're going to pay $25 for your billing cycle. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm okay with that. So we are one stop away. We're like 2 hours away from Detroit, Michigan. And unfortunately, today I'm not going to be able to move into my house. It will have to be a different day tomorrow, because the landlord is doing some final touches to the house, and she just wants to be safe, I guess. We ended up booking a hotel, and we're gonna stay there for the day, and then we'll see how that goes. So update, it is currently, I don't know, 7:00 p.m. and we finally made it to Detroit, Michigan. Yay! But unfortunately, because of some complications with my current residential area, our landlord booked us a stay here at the Shinola Hotel in downtown Detroit. And so we are in the room now. Well, originally I had one particular room, and then because I'm an Amex member, they upgraded me to a fancy spancy upgrade. It's all right. I like it. It's cool. So we managed to stay here and managed to get here perfectly in time. But then right now, I think I'm going to do a quick shower or a shower in general. And then we are going to be heading out to not only go eat, but also to enjoy the stay here at Shinola Hotel. And everything is pretty cool, especially because of the fact that like Sandy likes collecting matchboxes, and we got greeted with matchboxes, so we're good. We happy now. But it's funny because I'm bullying Sandy because she's out here being like a person who never gets taken out, and she's been taken out. So I don't know what she acting brand new for, but you know.
And you get wine, but I was too shy to ask for wine because I was in trouble because I did something today.
So she has sparkling wine. She don't like it.
I'm also not the biggest fan of that.
Hello, good morning. Today is Monday, August 25th. It is currently 7:35 a.m. in Detroit, Michigan, and this is officially day number 1 of actually being a PhD student. Wow, so exciting. Last night we went to go have dinner with my friend Josh. He met us here at the Shinola Hotel because we had credit to go to any restaurant around the vicinity of the hotel. So we ended up going to San Morelos and we ate some pasta and it was pretty good. I liked it. I liked the sauce it came with, and it was kind of spicy and it was kind of like a little bit thick. So it was pretty good. After that, we ended up going to his place because he just recently moved. He went down a floor, and he wanted to show us his place, and it's nice. It's nice, and it's also very
new.
Very new, very like little retro. And then also the way that he's decorating it is he still has to decorate, but it's going along smoothly. Then today, in a couple hours, like, what is it? Like maybe 3 hours, I have to go teach my first ever class here in Detroit. And after that, hopefully, I have to go see my landlord to see if I can finally set foot in my house or apartment, or I don't even know what you would qualify. So, hello, update. It is currently 10:39 a.m. And honestly, it's already been like a mini roller coaster, sort of. It's been, so I'm at the Oakland Community College where I'm going to be teaching here in Royal Oak. And so I was like, oh, let me go like early so I can talk to the department and then also like see if I need any credentials or any ID or any paperwork I gotta fill out and blah, blah. And so I came in early and I ended up talking to the faculty secretary. She's a very nice lady and she is very helpful. Poor lady. I put her to work so early in the morning. And so I gave her the scenario, I asked her what's up and whatnot. And then to some extent, she was like, oh, you're not on our system. Like, you don't exist. And I was like, what does that mean? Especially because I teach in like an hour and a half at that time. And I was like, And so eventually, like after going back and forth about like he said, she said type of scenario where I was trying to let her know what was happening, she was like, okay, well, hold on. And so she ended up calling someone from HR, and then they were like, hey, like, why doesn't this guy exist? I've met him before. He's come to my office before, and da da da. So like, what the cheese? What the helly? And so we came to we didn't come to the conclusion. They figured out that they were saying how since I was a California resident, they had to hire me through another portal of HR. And so their my files or my records weren't fully transferred to their database. And so the HR lady said, oh, like, I'm going to start transferring his files. It might take a second, but like, yes, he is hired. Yes, he does have a job. Yes, he should be teaching in an hour. And so everything is fine and dandy. It's just a big question mark on how I got to that point. And so before class, because I teach in like 40 minutes, we are going to go to a coffee shop around here and get a little coffee or a little matcha, and then come back to the classroom. I already looked at my classroom. It's pretty nice, pretty spacious, and I look very studious. So I'll film when I get there and I can show around. But pretty eventful day. And then on top of that, my landlord messaged me, said that we're good to go to move in, and that I should meet her like at around 1:30 today. And so after I teach from 11 to 12:50. We're gonna go immediately to the house and start unloading the car, because there's a lot of crap in the car. And then afterwards, I gotta go show face at Wayne State and see what's up there. Get my keys for my office, and I don't know, I guess smile a little, wave a little. So we managed to go to the little coffee shop. Well, it's not, first of all, it wasn't a little coffee shop. It was a pretty decently sized coffee shop, and it's actually really nice. We went to Atomic Coffee here in Royal Oak, and the space was really nice. Like enough to like sit down, enjoy the vibe, and do your work and whatnot. I liked it.
I think
But-
we could go on a bridge.
But we didn't stay because I got to teach in 26 minutes. So that's exciting. And then now we're on our way back. You know, the other thing is that we never really have looked at the building for the college from the backside. And now that we look at it, this college is massive. It looks nice too. And so they're doing some construction right now, so good on them, or good for them. So now we're just gonna walk back. There's also like a little like a little grocery store or like convenience store inside of the school. And honestly, I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I might just buy something just to like buy it. But hopefully they have something quick and fast, cause yikes, I'm getting hungry a little bit. So I don't want to go into lecture or into class without fully eating something. Obviously not a whole gourmet meal, but you know what I mean. And so let's go do that, I guess. Hello, so update. It is currently 9:31 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and honestly, it's been a moment. It's been a minute of like everything and anything. Well, honestly, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what have I said, what have I not said, what have I done, etc. So let me pause this real quick. All right, so I'm back. I remember so I haven't even recorded for a hot minute. The last time I recorded was when I was talking about how realistically I just got done teaching class at Royal Oak, and how, actually I didn't even say any of that. We were going to go get coffee, I think. Regardless, we ended up leaving campus. I ended up teaching my class. Everything was fine and dandy. Students seemed to be vibing with the class, or whatever you want to call it. And then afterwards, immediately after, I had to go meet up with my new landlord here in Michigan, and she gave me the keys to the house. She let me come into the house, and everything is fine and dandy. They still had to do some minor fixes here and there, primarily in the one of the bedrooms. It needed to be plastered with new carpeting, so they needed to put new carpet in. And then also one of her like plumbers was supposed to come in to fix the sink in the kitchen, because apparently it was backed up or something. I'm not really sure. And so there's that. And it was fine. It was fine and dandy. Not much of a complication, or no complication whatsoever. While they did all that, we ended up deciding to go to like Costco and go shop around. I ended up going to Costco, and there was not much. I didn't really purchase food per se. I purchased knickknacks for like the house. So I ended up purchasing like a rice cooker and like a Swiffer mop thing. I don't even know what's it called. And just little trinkets here and there that I believe that the house needed, Lysol wipes, etc., etc. And then afterwards, we dropped that off, and we were starving, or we were hungry overall. So then we decided to go to IKEA. We bought some minor things here and there, and then we ate there. We were gonna eat at Costco, but apparently the Costco that we went to was building or was under construction for their food court, their food hall, or whatever you want to call it. So we were like kind of upsetty spaghetti for that, but it was kind of whatever. We ended up eating at IKEA. We bought the stuff at IKEA, and everything was fine and dandy on that end. And then we came to a Walmart because there was some things at Costco that I wanted to buy, but I didn't justify buying it because it's just going to be me living alone. So I don't think I need like a monstrosity amount of like, I wanted to buy cheese. I also wanted to buy American cheese. I wanted to buy like tortillas and etc., etc. But you know, I'm not gonna buy for like 50 million people when it's just gonna be me. And then on top of that, afterwards we were trying to figure out whether or not we wanted to buy other little things, but then it turns out that being a student gives you a lot more perks than I anticipated. And so I ended up getting a membership to Sam's Club, even though they were closed. And then I remember that prior to me quitting my 9 to 5 with the elderly folk, my manager, my boss gave me a $20 gift card to Walmart. And so apparently, if you're a student, it's a $20 fee to get Sam's Club membership. And so I used the $20 gift card to pay for the membership. So technically it was free. Girl math aesthetic. I don't really know how you would contemplate that. And so I got the membership, and I guess tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna go to Sam's Club and see what's up on that end of the shtick. And then we ended up forgetting to buy body wash altogether. So now we are at a Myers. We bought the body wash, and now we're just here waiting to charge the car. So, yeah. I haven't looked at my schedule for tomorrow, but I think tomorrow is one of my busiest day, if not the busiest day of the week. I'm kind of back and forth right now because I haven't checked my email at all. I've been out and about, and I haven't done any of that. And so right now is packed with like a bunch of random emails that I have to look through. And so I'm going to take a moment later tonight. And then also I need to figure out what my schedule is for tomorrow because I know it's going to be jam-packed. I also need to buy my parking pass for Wayne State, and I haven't done that. I'm all over the damn place, and it's just like... This is kind of what I signed up for, though, so that's kind of my fault. But it's kind of complicated, and it's kind of hard to do all this stuff because of the fact that I don't have internet at my house yet. The technician, or whatever you want to call them, is coming to my house on Wednesday, and today is Monday, and so I'm just struggling. So... I don't really know how to handle the situation per se, but you know, it is what it is. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 26th. It is currently 9:10 in the morning, and we are up and at it already. Last night we were pretty beat and we knocked out, but we are up and at it. We're gonna start doing some minute things today. I do have to give some lecture at Wayne State University, and I'm gonna be a big boy teacher today. Afterwards, I have to be a student for one particular class and gotta go about seeing that. But right now, we decided before we get to working that we are going to be coming to a coffee shop, and I think I don't remember what the coffee shop's name is, but we're gonna get a little sweet treat, and so we can start our day. So here is the coffee shop. It's like a church. I think it's like church themed, or it is, or I don't know, but it's called the Congregation. congregation, not congregation, Jesus. Oh, it's closed on Monday. It's called the Congregation Coffee, Cocktails, and Community. So,
Oh, they serve alcohol.
so it's pretty nice. Oh, they have a little pizza. What the? Little pizza place? Little hangout area? This is pretty cool, actually. No. So we made it to the place, the congregation, and there's a lot of nifty things around here, like the avenue of like to do events. There's little like art pieces that people sell. These are pretty cool. And here, there's their own merchandise. There's their own little. So we'll see. So we just got out and we ended up getting a couple things. She got a...
One line.
What? Oh. She ended up getting a... What'd you get? A cheese Danish?
I don't know what I got, but I got
A cheese Danish and a banana muffin. And then she got... What did you get for a drink?
I got a cold brew.
A cold brew?
Yeah. I usually always opt for, I like to be zen or whatever, so I get the lemon syrup. But they're house made, so it's even better. You can taste when they're house made.
And then I got a pandan latte, or I don't even know what it was, but it had a double shot of espresso, pandan, and I don't know what else. But it's pretty good, actually. I had to look it up. I still don't know what the hell pandan is, even though I looked it up. It looks like a plant or like an herb or something, and it's pretty good. Where are you going? And so now we are going back to the place. But this coffee shop is basically that one. Is pretty close to the house. They close at 9 p.m. Apparently they host events and they also do little communal stuff, as in like if you're a gardener or if you're a baker, etc., you can come and sell your stuff, or you can come and give it away, and so on and forth. And it's pretty nice. I didn't take a photo of the flyers though, so that was pretty bad. I took a video though, so I guess I can look back on this. So, update. It is currently 12:21 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and I am on my way to Wayne State University because I am having lecture. I'm gonna give lecture in about 30 minutes. But there's a lot of things that I have to cover before I even get into the classroom, and first and foremost is that I have to find parking because it's not like a global thing, and then second of all, I have to pay my parking pass, and then third of all, I have to go pick up my credential ID so I can come and teach in open classrooms and stuff like that. We walk in. I found out where the parking is. I ended up parking. I got a daily pass because I still haven't bought my actual pass. So right now we are going to my main building. Well, that's the only sense of direction that I have, so I'm gonna walk to my main building because to the left side of that building is the building for where I get my ID and my badge and everything. So we have that going for us, and then that sense of direction is there, and once it's there I can go to my classroom. Hopefully. It's 12:37, so I'm freaking running on fumes. I should technically be running, like quite literally be running, but I guess I don't have that sense of urgency, or I'm just too lazy to run, so we're just banking on the fact that we can make it. But here we are. Look at this. The building is there. So I guess wish me luck.
In other places, like the word composition is not all inclusive of writing. You do more than just writing in like 1020, although that is a big part of it. And so
Hello, so update. It is currently 5:13 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and we just got done doing everything and anything that I needed to do at Wayne State. I'm currently driving back home. It was a pretty fun day, actually. So I had a lecture today in the morning, well, in the afternoon at 1, and so unfortunately for me, a couple things happened that kind of made it a roller coaster of a day. First and foremost, apparently I need my ID card for identification purposes and to open the classroom. So I was kind of panicking on that end because I had left my ID at home, or I left it inside of the storage where they're gonna bring me my stuff later on into the future. I had known that people were saying like you need your ID to do A, B, and C, and so I was like, damn it. And so I went to the distribution center where they do those IDs, and I was like, hey, like FYI, like I need my ID and blah blah and what's gonna happen? And long story short, they basically were like, oh, apparently you have like multiple titles, and because of that it's really hard to identify what type of ID we're trying to give you. And so they had asked the supervisor, they had asked the supervisor what title they're gonna give me. They had also asked another manager, another employee, and it was like all over the place in the sense of like what type of ID I'm getting. And nobody could answer the question of like what type of ID I was getting. I had told the girl, I was like, hey, like I need to teach class in like literally like 10 minutes, blah blah, like if we can hurry it up or whatever, because I thought I was gonna need the ID to open the classrooms because they're like digital ID cards. And so she ended up being like, hey, like can we rush, blah blah. Nobody rushed. And so long story short, she was like, well, can you come back later, just because like we kind of trying to figure out like who the hell you are, or not who I am, but like what type of credentials I'm gonna get. And then I was like, yeah, like I can figure that out, or I can ask for that later or whatever. So I left. I ended up going to my classroom to like see what exactly I'm gonna be teaching or how I'm gonna teach it. And I got into the classroom, and the second that I ended up getting into the classroom, I ended up trying to log into the computer, and the computer wasn't letting me log in at all. And so because of that, I was like, holy hell, like I don't understand how exactly I'm gonna be doing this. And so I was trying to attempt to log in. I was trying to modify the login, and nothing was working. And so I was gonna free ball the assignments, or like the syllabus day. Thank God it was syllabus day. And I was like, oh class, well I think this is gonna go south real quick, so blah blah. But I ended up fixing it, and I ended up doing it. So then eventually we got into actual class mode and actually talking and actually doing everything. And at that point it was smooth sailing. Afterwards we went to my class as a student, and it was fun. I recorded like a little snippet, because obviously I wasn't going to record the whole class or like show around the camera that I was like recording other people, because that's not very cash money. So I did that, and then I went to go show face in the office. I got my key for my personal office that people can come and visit me, or I can go and use whenever I want, and yada yada. And so there's that. They also gave me my textbooks for my class, because I asked for physical copies because I'm a physical copy kind of guy. And then I'm coming home now, and so yeah. So update, it is currently 7:57 p.m. I'm finally back home. Well, I've been back home, but immediately after coming back home, we decided to leave because we had to do some slight grocery shopping, but at the same time we had to use the Sam's membership and had to check it out, and it was all right. It was pretty nice. It had a lot of good nifty little things, but obviously I want to buy a bunch of stuff because they look appetizing and they look good, but you know, Sam's Club and Costco are for bulk and for families and for a bunch of mouths to feed. And then on top of that, I don't eat as much as I used to, or at all at that point, and so there's no point in doing all that. So we bought some bare essentials, but I wanted to do that whole aesthetic of like having my refrigerator looking all nice and spiffy with glass containers and separation and blah blah. And so I did that earlier today, but while I was in the process of doing that, I learned a lot in terms of like the sizings and what I should be using when corresponding to certain foods like blueberries, etc., etc. And so I ended up figuring out that I might need more containers of those that I got yesterday, like the IKEA ones. And so we came back to IKEA and I bought a bunch of them again. And now once I get home, I'm gonna organize it.
You're gonna organize it, I'm gonna
and make it look.
to cut.
And then we're also going to Trader Joe's, but there's only like 3 or 4 that exist here in Detroit, Michigan, or in Michigan in general. The other thing that I have to do is that first and foremost, I have not edited the video that I was supposed to do on Sunday, and I still have to edit the video for this upcoming Sunday, and everything is piling up. The other thing I have to do is apparently I have to watch 2 YouTube videos by tomorrow, and then I also have lecture to give tomorrow, and I haven't prepped on that at all. So I'm all over the place, and I have class tomorrow as well. Thank God it's through Zoom. So right now everything is hitting me like a truck, in the sense that I don't have a little second to breathe, and it's mildly annoying me, to be honest, but it's okay. I feel like it's just the beginning week of the whole thing. I honestly just need the weekend so I can like start working on my stuff and hopefully get that whole thing going, but I'm not really sure. We're at Trader Joe's. We are coming. We were mainly here for for the Uncrustables. We did find them. I got my cheese stick, which is wonderful, and now we're just really looking. I don't really know. We just came to look primarily, but so far so good. But we're trying to see how we go about it. But same typical thing. But the cool thing is that over there in California, the little baggies always go out, and here they're still available. So it's crazy. So you see, they have little baggies still. And then on top of that, they have that big insulation bags too. So I guess whenever I end up coming to Trader Joe's, I'm gonna for sure get the baggies. Oh my god. So that's wonderful. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 27. It is currently 11:05 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and I am on my way to Oakland Community College, Royal Oak, because that's the place that I teach at. And yeah, we are on our way to give lecture. Last night we did some organizing once again because I had purchased some things. Today I get a mini lot or a mini haul of stuff that I ordered on Amazon, so it's going to be a lot more organizing per se, but I am also trying to make it seem like it's going to be nice and tidy and super cutesy or whatever, like those TikTok videos that show all the all the people that organize their refrigerators and whatnot. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, but at the same time, I guess not that obsessive. I'm not sure. But besides that, today is the time where the Xfinity guy, the internet provider that I have, is coming into the house to install it. Hopefully supposedly he's scheduled to come between 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. I finished teaching at 12:50, so I'm praying to God that he doesn't show up at 1. But if he does, Sandy is there to greet him. So there's that. What else? Besides that, I am trying to catch up in life, I guess, in this sense, because I have not really bothered to sit down to do the other work that I'm trying to do, my syllabus and my calendar breakdown of what every single day has to be done, or whatever, what has to be done every single day. I don't necessarily believe that I have to do that. It's more of a courtesy thing, but at the same time, I like doing it because I can keep track of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So right now, the fact that I'm kind of winging it and the fact that I'm kind of like in the unknown is kind of biting me in the butt. So I'm not really sure how to handle all that situation. The stress is stressing. I still haven't edited the video for last week's video that I was supposed to upload, and technically speaking, I still have to edit and upload and everything, the one for this upcoming Sunday. So it's kind of getting to me in that aspect, but that's also because I don't have the resources right now, in the sense of like, I don't have my desk set up, I don't have my computer set up, I don't even have Wi-Fi, and so I don't even have a table right now to sit down to do that. So that's kind of where it's biting me in the butt, to be honest, but I'm trying. Update. It is currently 6:50 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and as you can see from the little snippet that I'm eventually plugging here, I was in a class that technically is supposed to be in person, but because my professor was at a conference meeting, he was a little bit, either he's still there or he came back jet lag, or I don't know what's going on, but he decided to make it remote. And so it's not that bad, especially because it's syllabus day. So he had us do the syllabus and he had us introduce ourselves. He gave us a snippet of what the class was going to be about and what's we going to be talking about and all that fun stuff. But it was funny because the class is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. or like 8 something p.m. and it's barely 6:50. So it was like a 50-minute class. But again, it's syllabus day. Don't really expect much or anything at all. And so now there's a couple things that need to kind of sort of happen. I know for a fact, I'm still waiting right now for like a couple of Amazon packages that I ordered yesterday and they haven't arrived, and the guy is lagging it, I'm assuming. But then afterwards, my friend Josh, the only friend that I have currently, is doing like a creative writing retreat tomorrow. And so tonight he is planning to, he invited us to go out to eat for dinner, and he wants to take us to a particular place. We don't really know where we're gonna end up eating. I think we're gonna go to Detroit Eatery, which is like the place that I ended up going to when we first came to Apartment Hunt here. I believe I think it's actually on the video that I'm supposed to be posting, but I haven't edited it at all. And then afterwards, he's gonna go back home and he's gonna start packing and all that fun stuff, and then we come back home and whatnot. Tomorrow I have to teach class at Wayne State, and then I essentially call it a day on that aspect. And then I come home and I have to like drink cold brew or the grounds of the coffee, because I need to do a lot of work and I need to position myself to be in the zone to be doing that work. I have to do the syllabus calendar for both of my classes because I feel very unorganized right now, and I don't like that feeling. It's also putting me into a position that I feel like I don't have control of my life, and it's really upsetting me. So I know for a fact that I need to sit down. The other thing that kind of sucks is that now I have established internet connection here in my house, but I don't have my desk, or I don't have anything when it comes to my computer setup. And even if I had a desk, I can't even do anything about it because I don't have the cables for my desk, for my computer setup. They are in the U-Haul van or whatever. And so that's annoying, but it's okay. I just need to take it a day at a time, and I need to breathe. I think this is technically, it would be the ideal time to be coming back to speak to my therapist, because it would be a perfect way to like not be spiraling like I feel like I'm gonna be doing. But unfortunately, because I live now in Detroit, Michigan, and she is a California therapist, we are no longer together after like, I don't even know how many years. I think it's like 10 plus years. And so there's that. And so now I have to find a new therapist, and I have to do all that. But honestly, right now my list of things is massive, of like to do things, both in the adult side of like my school and my PhD, and in my apartment or my house or whatever you want to call this, in terms of like furnishing it and blah blah. I know that everything doesn't have to be done right here and then, but it is frustrating. So everything is piling up, and sometimes I feel like crying and sometimes I don't, but I'm not letting that get to me, at least not yet. But then right now I found out that I also have to do a course load of reading a paper that is 134 pages. And I don't know when I have to do the reading, but that's another thing to add on the bucket list. So yay. It's okay. I know that at some point I'm gonna acclimate to everything and anything, but once that happens, right now we're gonna be pulling my hair out or something. But yeah. So hopefully right now I'm gonna get to talking with Josh and see what's up, what are we gonna do, and then we're gonna start doing the stuff, because we anticipated to go out to this place like after 8 o'clock and it's barely 6, so we'll see. Maybe he's gonna pack a little and then we leave and then call it a day. So update, it is currently 8:23 p.m. and we are officially in front of Detroit Eatery. And this is the place that we had, well, not this one specifically, but the franchise or whatever you want to call it, is the same one that we went to back when we were apartment hunting, and we liked the food. Well, I mean, I like the food. Pretty sure Sandy did too. Obviously, I don't know if this is the same in terms of food quality, but I'm assuming it is. So hopefully it's gonna be good. But we are waiting for my friend Josh, and I don't know where this guy is, especially because we both don't live that far away from the location. So I don't really know donde está my friend, but let me text him real quick. Right now I was at home, and while I was at home I was editing the video that I was gonna upload for Sunday, or that I should have uploaded on Sunday that passed. And now that I am uploading it, I realized what it is that I was gonna upload for that video, and it's basically the final day that I'm working at my elderly place, and that was a sad little moment. So I got a little bit sentimental again, and a little bit sad, especially after watching all the clips with all the people that we had a little party for. So that was kind of saddening. Now I'm not finished with it. I have like some finishing touches to see, and I have to rewatch it. But moral of the story is, by the end of the night tonight, I should be able to upload it, or I should upload it. So pretty excited on that. But then after I'm done with that one, I'm gonna start working on the new one for this upcoming Sunday and uploading that as well, because I don't want to take up all that much time and freak out like I am freaking out right now. So there's that. We found Josh. He's coming.
Hey.
Hey. Hello. Good morning. Today is Thursday, August 28th. It is currently 10:14 in the morning, and we are in the process of going to Wayne State. I brought my little emotional support child, and we are venturing. But the only reason we're here is, first and foremost, I have to teach at 1 p.m. And even though it's 10:14, my supervisor or my advisor said if you wanted to meet for coffee. And so that's where I'm going right now. I'm gonna go meet him right now at his office, and then we're gonna walk to Starbucks, I think. And we are going to indulge in some beverages. So look, a squirrel. That's crazy. What the? So, the idea for today is to go meet my advisor, see what's up, see what he tells me, what I need to know, and then on top of that, gotta go teach, and then after that, I go home or somewhere and then go home. But as far as I know, we don't have any plans to do or say anything, so there's that. And then I gotta lock in afterwards. Probably tomorrow after I take Sandy to the airport, we are going to be sitting down and actually doing some work. Today I plan to finish the the video that I'm supposed to upload last Sunday. And then at the same time, while I'm already in the groove of actually doing videos, I'll start the one for this upcoming Sunday as well. So we'll see how that goes. So update, it is currently 7:52 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan, and I am in bed currently because I am actually finally freaking uploading the videos that I was supposed to upload on Sunday. And I did that, and I feel very accomplished. So this is the cover art for this week. We had gone to Detroit to apartment hunt way before I looked at my stuff. And then, let me see. Let me try to see what it is revealing over here. And then I ended up uploading the video. So I uploaded it 30 minutes ago and it has 3 views right now. And it is an hour and 1 minute long. This is a long video. It's probably like the longest that I've done in my whole channel because this has a lot of little moments on it. It has the fact that I came to Detroit to apartment hunt. It has the fact that I had my final day at work at the elderly facility. It was a very emotional vlog. I think I cried maybe 3 times throughout this whole vlog. Not right now, but in the vlog. I had met my advisor. I crashed out because I don't like to be the disappointment in anything, and in that event I felt like I was the disappointment. I explained it in the video. I also crashed out because I was doing my final goodbye at work, and it was an emotional moment, and it was overall an emotional vlog. So I did that. And so before I get to work in terms of providing my syllabus and my school stuff and everything along those lines, I am working on my Japan trip. This is the next vlog happening, and this is the one that I end up going to Japan for a month, and my trip. But the crazy thing is, I already did a little bit of editing, but the crazy thing is that this vlog, unedited, you can't really see it. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes. So I am like, oh hell no. So I am trying my best to absolutely trim the hell out of it. But if not, I'm gonna cut it into a 2-parter, and you will have 2 different vlogs being uploaded. Assuming that I cannot cut it to the absolute rim, I'm gonna do a vlog right now, as in I'll cut it to half or something, and I'll upload that immediately, and then the other one will be uploaded on Sunday or something. But I'm not really sure. By the time you even get this side of the video, you will even forget about this aspect. But it's kind of cool to come back to it. But besides me doing all this spiel, today was pretty interesting. I don't even remember. Let me get back to you on this. Hold on. All right, so I came back. So I remember what had happened. So what had happened was that I went to the school and I ended up meeting my advisor. I met him. We went to go drink some Starbucks, and we talked and we chatted. We didn't really chat in a student to advisor role. We mainly chatted like friends, and we caught up. He asked me how everything went, how the apartment or the house thing is going, etc., etc. And I was telling him how everything was kind of
hardcore, especially because obviously I decided to do the whole like go to Japan for a whole month and then come back on the 20th, drive here and get here like on the 23, 24. And so everything has been a roller coaster, and it's been like back to back to back to back to back, as in like I haven't had a chance to even breathe at this point. And because I haven't had a chance to breathe, everything feels like it's a cluster. And I already like technically crashed out on you guys a couple of days, like a day or two ago, where I'm just like feeling the pressure. But again, that is my fault and I'm getting used to it. In lieu of that though, tomorrow I am gonna lock in and I am going to do everything and anything to finish and add some structure into my life or some organization. The cool thing, or like the one of the things I did not realize and I was told by a student, was that when I was teaching yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, like on Monday we're gonna do A, B, and C, like we're gonna do etc, etc. And after class, the student was like, you do know that on Monday is Labor Day, right? And I was like, holy hell, like I did not. And so because I got that information, that helps me a lot. That means I have an extra day to like prep and do everything, but at the same time, it means that I'm missing one day of class that I was supposed to be teaching, and so that might speed up everything a little bit faster. So I'm kind of like, but regardless of that, I'm happy because I will be able to sit down and actually do something. But unfortunately, though, I don't necessarily have my computer set up ready, because I don't have the cables on it. And even if I did have the cables, I currently do not have my desk set up. And like, this is currently how it looks like. So this is my office space, and this is my big freaking monitor, and that's my computer. And this is where I have the modem and stuff, but I don't have anything. And I'm trying to get a computer set up that will fit that big freaking monitor, but so I'm gonna do that eventually at some point, but right now my only computer setup or my only form of anything is my laptop, my MacBook, and so it's kind of annoying, but whatever. So I guess I'm gonna go back to edit my video and then we'll see. Bye. Update, it is currently like 9:38 p.m. here in my apartment or my house in Detroit, Michigan, and there's one thing that I kind of wanted to do. Over the course of my traveling in Japan and in everywhere that I go to, I tend to buy the, what's it called? Like I've Been There series? I don't know, hold on, let me see. They're called the Discover series, which are these little mugs from Starbucks that are like these tiny ornament mugs that I collect. And so I brought them with me. And so now I have to organize, or I want to organize around this general vicinity, because I have like a little chimney that is unusable, but it has like this area where it has like a bunch of stuff, or a little ledge with a bunch of stuff that I can do. And so I want to put it to be all cutesy and stuff. So I have those up here, and then I have more down here. But two things. One is that this area, which is like the living room, doesn't have light, and it's like super dark as opposed to everything else. And then two, the stupid little thing to hold my camera up, because I had like a little thing where it could just stand up, and I guess I could leave it like that, but that's dangerous. I don't know where I put it, and so I can't find it, and I'm like triggered. So, but I was editing my video, so I ended up finishing the first video, like I said. I uploaded it, and now I was editing the second video, but I'm almost an hour into the 2-hour video, and so I'm pretty sure I'm going to split it in half, where I'm going to be like, oh, this part, first part, and then second part, and then etc, because yikes. But despite that, I'm gonna take a second. I was gonna call my mom, but apparently she's on the phone with somebody, so I'm on hold. And so she is going to call me back whenever she gets a chance. And then while I do that, or while I wait for that, I guess I'm gonna do the mug thing and see what I can do. At some point, I wanna find this stupid little thing, but I don't think it's here with me. I'm pretty sure it's in the car, or I don't know. So I guess I'll show you after I'm done, you know? So Small little update. This is how I ended up leaving it, and I don't know if I'm gonna modify it or something, but I'm obviously missing a lot of these like little ones. California and Detroit at the top because that's where I come from. Michigan in the middle, and the other ones that I have collected. But these are like the ones from Japan. We have like the Japan one, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Okinawa, Hokkaido, Fukuoka, and they all have like their little ornaments next to it. These are like the ones that have like the little snow globe on top, and they're like shot glasses, not shot glasses, espresso glasses, and that's pretty cool. And then over here I have my graduation stuff, and then this is the one that I got from Korea, which is pretty cool. That was like an exclusive one. Over there I have my Peggy Goo Don Julio 1942 because it's a collaboration. We went to the Shinola Hotel, so we got these as souvenirs, and then this is a mug that I got from Tokyo, Japan, that is like exclusive to that. And so that's my little segment right now. I don't really know what else to do, to be honest. And so that's that on that aspect of things. But then also I ended up finding other mugs and cups and little shot glasses that I had. And so look at this. We have the Osaka Expo one, another Osaka Expo. This is like a Studio Ghibli one. This is like a peanut one. Some shot glasses from Mexico, one from Tokyo. My Hero Academia. Little Daruma ones, and the Tokyo Reserve ones. So that's cool. Probably that's the thing I'm going to end up drinking. I tried to call my mom earlier, like 30 minutes ago, but she didn't pick up because she was busy trying to handle a situation at home. But it is pretty late here, so I guess at this point it's time to call it a night. Tomorrow I have to take Sandy to the airport. She leaves back to California, and I'm going to be here alone. So yeah, I think right now I'm just going to eat something. Maybe my mom calls me, and after that we go to bed. So I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.